Hello everyone, Nunix here, and today I want to show you my resource pack. So first let me just show you, this is with no resource pack on, so this is the default, and I'm going to switch into my texture pack and you're going to see how different it gets. And there we go. So this is, I'll just call it Nunix's resource pack, and it is not completely made by me. What basically I did is I took some other texture packs and kind of joined them all together to kind of create like a super pack. The main use of this resource pack is for PvP, UHC, and just survival overall. So basically the components of this texture pack are the base is faithful, so everything is going to be 32 by 32, and then basically this YouTuber named Divscraft like 3-4 years ago made this texture pack for UHC, and kind of took some of his items and blocks and stuff like that and put it into here. A lot of his changes were to do with like weapons and stuff like that. And then there was also this Reddit post a while ago where this guy made a texture pack called Default Plus, where he changed a couple things that I thought looked really cool, and so I put them into here. So all credit goes to those guys. And finally, I did take sounds from Minecraft Beta and I put it into here just because for nostalgia, I guess, and because it sounds kind of cool, at least in my opinion. Alright, so the first thing that might stand out is that the font is different, as you can see here in the chat. I just think kind of looks cool. You can also see my hotbar is numbered 1 through 9, and it's got a very easy to notice which hotbar number is selected. You can also see that the crosshair is smaller than usual, and it might look a bit weird at first, but I can guarantee you're going to get used to it, and it's much better than the normal crosshair. I can see also the attack indicator is really easy to see, and you can change it to the hotbar here. The sword is kind of blue and red. Alright, so let's start with the blocks. So as you can see, all the ores have an outline to them, so they are easy to notice in situations where there's like lava here. So normally you just see stone and you wouldn't be able to tell that there's an ore there, but with this you can see that there's diamonds, gold, and emerald. I mean, yeah, it's a bit cheaty, but you can manually edit it out if you want. And also the lapis block is textured differently. That was in Divscraft's texture pack. Same thing here with nether quartz, and also glowstone is kind of lighter, I guess. Here's the glass above me. As you can see, it is seamless. You can't see the outline of each block, and it connects smoothly. The dirt and grass is also smoother. So as you can see here, mycelium didn't get changed, and you can see how it has like these stone bits, I guess would be the best way to describe them. The dirt and the grass have that removed, and it just looks cleaner. And a similar thing is done with wood here, with wood planks. Normally it has like these little dots in them, but it's removed here and it looks smoother. Also, the wood is kind of shaded in the edges, and it uses this to make it look kind of rounder, as you can see here. The wool also kind of looks smoother and easier on the eyes, I would say. Next is here the saplings. They kind of look a bit chubbier, I would say, honestly. And as you can see, bricks look, I guess, a little bit more realistic and feel a bit more 3D, I would say. As you can see here, another smooth connector between bookshelves. You can see here it's got these edges, but when they're right next to each other, they don't. Here are all the flowers, so it's got random textures on. Each row here, I guess, is the same flower. They just kind of look different in certain ones. So you can kind of look here. It just looks kind of nice. Sugarcane looks a bit like darker green, I guess. And vines are darker green. The cakes also have random textures, so here are all the possible cakes you can have. Melons have different textures to kind of look more realistic. Next is fire, so it kind of looks slower. As you can see, one of the first beta sounds that I'm going to talk about is fire when you ignite it. It sounds different than what it currently is. That's how it used to be in beta. Next is fishing rods. They look kind of different, as you can see here, and here's how they look when you put it in water. Another beta sound that maybe you might find annoying, and you can manually delete it in the texture pack, but I think it sounds kind of nostalgic, is the water noise. So whatever you think, you can change it later if you want. First thing that I'm going to talk about is the inventory. It is clear inventory, and it is so during PvP situations you can see movement in front of you even with inventory on. This happens with crafting tables, furnaces, and chests. First I'm just going to talk about the pumpkin. The pumpkin has this cool little overlay that you can kind of use for bow and arrow. So as you can see, the sword looks kind of different, looks kind of cooler and edgier, I'd say. And here's the bow, and one cool thing is that when you hold it down, if you look to the color on the bow, it kind of changes as you pull the bow back. The bow has a different sound. This is how it used to be in beta. It sounds much louder, I'd say. Let's see. And it also has a different sound when the arrows land. Might get annoying. You could, of course, delete everything. As you can see here, there's also particles in the bow that make it more noticeable as the arrow flies off. And there's those red stars that you can easily see. Alright, the next thing is another sound change. So back in a few old versions, there used to be the sound for leveling up every 5 levels. So that little twinkle sound melody, I guess, is back. So apples have a darker outline, so it's easier to notice them if they're in a on the ground, like maybe you just killed someone in UHC and you need those apples. They have a slightly darker outline. I guess it'll be easier to notice. And the end pearls are a cool shade of red. They make the same sound as a bow. That might get annoying. And probably the funniest sound in the pack is when you get hurt. It used to be hilarious. Just listen. So yeah, that's kind of the iconic hurt sound in Minecraft. I personally love it. You might find it annoying. I just think it's hilarious, so I kept it in. Another iconic sound would be doors. Again, very loud, can get really annoying. But again, I think it's kind of iconic. And here's another sound. Now let me show you some particle effects. When you do critical hits, there's these red stars here. Water dripping and lava dripping kind of has a different texture, so you kind of just saw that. Here's lava, for example, and here's water. A big change that you might find annoying, and you can change it, but I think it's good for UHC kind of, is the mining animation. So it has, oh look at that. It has like a rainbow outline, I guess. This is so it's easier to notice. So if you were hiding out from someone in ultra hardcore or something like that, and someone's mining towards you, it's easier to notice where the block is being dug, especially if you're in the dark or something like that. Alright, up next are potion effects. So here, let me do regeneration. As you can see, it's got like these pink warning signs, I guess. And here's what swiftness looks like. And just like blue. And finally, here's what a splash potion of healing looks like. I think it looks pretty cool. It's got like these red pluses in it. Here in the enchanting table, as you can see, like the hieroglyphics have different colors. So probably one thing you've noticed that you've been gawking at maybe is the sky. The sky looks absolutely gorgeous. I'd say it looks very realistic, of course, and just beautiful overall. So here it is up above. That's what the sun normally looks like. Here is what it looks like at night. Again, it looks absolutely beautiful with the stars shining, I guess. And the moon is very realistic looking. I think it looks amazing. And as you can see, the lighting is different from normal Minecraft, and that's one of my favorite things. Okay, so I want to show you the sunset, but first let me just blow up this tree here so I can get a good view of the sun later. And you'll also be able to see what the explosions look like. Okay, so here's what a sunset looks like. So yeah, I think it looks gorgeous, amazing, beautiful. Now this is a recent change. This is by someone else. I just found a cool painting texture pack online. So here are all the paintings. As you can see, you got the Mona Lisa. I guess some more artistic looking ones that are less Minecraftian, I would say. And finally, let me show you the Nether. So yeah, that's Nunix's resource pack. The link for the download will be in the description. Usually whenever there's a new version, I just take Faithful's texture pack for that version, and I just add the new blocks and items and whatnot to it. So just check the description. I'll probably try to keep the most updated version that I've made in it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.